The most frightening thing about love is not betrayal. It is that so many people never realize whether they are truly in love or simply afraid to lose someone. It is late at night, your phone screen is still glowing. Your message is sitting there. No seen notification. You put the phone down. 30 seconds later, you pick it up again. The other person has said nothing. But inside your mind, the story has already begun. Where are they? Am I no longer important to them? A message left unanswered suddenly becomes evidence that you are about to be abandoned. What has just hurt you? Their silence or the fear within you? Using that silence to tell a story. If it is not love, then what is operating within this relationship? Remember the last time you said, "I'm only worried about you," or "I just want to know where you are." Those words sound gentle, but when they reply too slowly, you become uneasy. When they ask to be alone, you feel pushed away. Do you want them to be at peace? Or do you want them to remain exactly where you need them so that you can feel at peace? Fear rarely says, "I am afraid." It says, "I'm only doing this because I care." Fear often speaks in the voice of love. Think back to an argument. The other person says, "I need some time alone." Had those words come from a colleague, they might not have hurt you at all. But because they came from someone you love, you hear something else. "I don't need you anymore." The person is still standing in front of you. But what you are seeing is another moment when you were abandoned. A promise that was once broken. An old wound that has just found a new face. You are not reacting to the person before you. You are reacting to the image you carry of them. And when they no longer fit that image, you say, "You've changed." But is their change really what hurts you? Or is it that they no longer make you feel as safe as they once did? What you are afraid of losing may not be the person. It may be the feeling of safety they once gave you. Now, imagine this tomorrow. They are still the same person. Still kind, still caring. Only one thing has changed. They no longer need you. They remain beside you, but they no longer depend on you to feel complete. What appears within you first? Joy, because the person you love is free. Or fear, because you are no longer someone they cannot live without. If their freedom feels like a threat to you, do you love them? Or do you love the position you hold in their life? Perhaps it is in that moment that you finally see whether you are loving or holding on. There was a man who spent almost his entire life observing this question. His name was Krishnamurti, but his name is not what matters. What matters is the question he left behind. When there is possession, can love still exist? Perhaps the opposite of love is not hatred. Perhaps it is possession. Because the moment we possess someone, we no longer meet a human being. We meet a role. Someone who must answer when we need them, who must stay when we are afraid. Where possession exists, love begins to disappear. This does not mean you must accept being hurt. You can say, "When you disappear for a long time without letting me know, I feel unsettled. Can we talk openly about what we need from each other?" Or you can say, "If you loved me, you would never do this." One sentence opens a conversation. The other turns love into a condition. You can love someone and still have boundaries. You can leave without hatred. But before you act, look carefully. Are you responding to what is actually happening? Or are you running from the fear of what might happen? The next time you feel the urge to check their phone, pause, not to suppress the feeling, only to observe it. What is the fact? And what is the story your mind is creating? If it is not love, then what is operating within you? Do not condemn it. Do not justify it. Simply look, because when you see clearly, a small space appears between emotion and action. And within that space, you no longer have to hurt another person simply because you are hurting. Perhaps one day you will realize that the person you were always trying to hold on to never truly belonged to you. What you were holding was only an image of them inside your mind, an image created from memories, expectations, and the fear of loss. Then that image begins to dissolve. The other person is still there, but for the first time, you see them, not as someone who must make you happy, not as someone who must stay, but simply as a human being, free, impossible to possess. And perhaps the most important question is not whether the other person loves you. It is this: in this moment, when you say, "I love you," what is actually present? Freedom or fear? Do not answer. Perhaps the act of observing is already the beginning of love.